You know, I mean, this movie had so much going for it. I mean, it starts off so fucking good, and then it just drops the ball by the third act. Longlegs, a horror film starring Nicolas Cage, Micah Monroe, and Blair Underwood. And if you didn't know that Nicolas Cage was in this movie, that's because the brilliant marketing for this film just didn't really show him, and you know what? It works beautifully because this doesn't look like Nicolas Cage. He definitely has a prosthetic on hiding him, but my goodness, I love him. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure everyone loves him, and to see him in this kind of horror film, I mean, my goodness, it is fucking awesome. As brilliant as he is though, Micah Monroe is the lead here, and my goodness, she really does steal the show here with her very subtle mute performance. She does a great job portraying a troubled FBI agent who's definitely dealing with her own sort of stuff, maybe even potentially on the spectrum, but who knows? I don't want to really jump to anything about her. Micah is amazing here, and her performance alone really does carry this movie, with bits of Nicolas Cage throughout this film that just adds to the spice here. We follow FBI agent Lee Harker, who is, I guess, apparently partly psychic, and she is tasked of trying to figure out who murdered a bunch of families or is having families murder themselves. These murders are of course involving Nicolas Cage's character and maybe some other supernatural entity that we are trying to figure out. A supernatural horror thriller starring Nicolas Cage as the potential killer. I mean, my god, I am fucking in. An FBI agent with some psychic abilities that could potentially help unravel this crazy mystery that's causing families to kill themselves. I mean, you're really just fucking sucking me in. The concept, the premise, the plot, it's all there. This movie is just gift wrapped for me as like the perfect fucking horror thriller FBI crime mystery movie that I've been waiting for, that I've been wanting to see. And does it deliver on this fucking sexy ass premise? It does not. God, I really wanted to love this film. I wanted to love it so much. It starts off so good. It has that slow burn A24 vibe. It had some stylistic choices that reminded me of Sam Esmail's Homecoming Season 1. It had a premise that reminded me of probably my favorite horror movie of all time, The Wailing.
요새 자꾸 동네에서 사람 죽어나가는 거. 그놈이랑 뭔 연관이 있는 거요?
Like I said, this movie had everything going for it, and it just dropped the ball so fucking hard by the third act that I don't even know. I am just so bummed out. I am just so broken-hearted right now. Micah Monroe does a terrific job as his agent trying to unravel this mystery. She is slowly peeling back the layers, trying to decode the mysteries, the letters being left behind by this killer, Longlegs. The FBI don't know how or why Longlegs is killing these families. They just know that he is somehow causing these families to kill themselves. But with Monroe's psychic abilities, perhaps they can figure it out. Monroe's psychic abilities definitely remind me of Will Graham from the show Hannibal, if any of y'all see that. Although it's not exactly pure empathy like in the show, in this movie, she just sort of, I guess, gets sort of like, as what she describes in the film, like sort of like a tap on the shoulder. Although in the movie, it's sort of like a little sound cue or something that she hears or feels, and she just goes with it. It's like a feeling that comes to her, a sound. And I really love the fact that this movie makes it clear from the start that it's not always 100%. It's sort of like 50-50 the way her abilities work. It's not always consistent, and she can't always like just know and beeline to everything. It doesn't come all to her at once. She still has to also try to figure out the puzzle and piece things together on her own. And so like I was saying, there's so much potential here with someone with psychic abilities slowly unraveling this really crazy mystery with some supernatural stuff going on. And Nicolas Cage being the potential killer here is creepy as fuck with such a amazing performance here, doing some really crazy shit. This film does a great job by building the suspense with some really just beautiful slow shots going back and forth with its characters, and it's just slowly panning or just slow pushing into something, and god, wow. The production here is amazing. The cinematography is just chef's kiss. There are definitely some shots I wish they just held on to instead of cutting to the actors' faces, but then again, that's just me nitpicking. There are a lot of biblical references here about God and Satan and whatever the fuck. There are also child-sized dolls that are involved in this mystery, and I thought it was pretty cool with the direction they took with it. Although to me, the mystery that they are trying to build with this just ended up being disappointing. The third act of this movie is just offensive to me because everything just gets explained to you. Everything just gets spilled. The twist in this movie was just lame as fuck because I saw it from a mile away since there weren't really any other options to consider. God, this movie just became cliche as shit. You know, I should have expected this movie to fail so hard as it did because there is a scene at the start of this movie that just was so cliche that I thought we have gotten rid of in the horror genre. You know how in every horror movie, you see someone or something outside your house, and you know, the logical thing would be to just stay inside, call the police, but no. Our main character decides, you know what? I'm an FBI agent. I'm gonna go out there with my gun and look around, you know, because that's what a smart person does. I need to leave the safety of my home and go outside and look all around the darkness to find this potential killer that's stalking me. I cannot believe that there's a scene like that. I thought this movie was gonna play it smart and not do any of that dumb cliche shit. But that's the hint that you know this movie was gonna fail. And my goodness, this ending, this third act just fucking disrespected me, everyone in the audience. Everything just had to be explained, ruined, spoiled. The only thing that is not really elaborated on is the supernatural thing that's going on with like the dolls and stuff. The reveal of the mystery just makes everything before it just not worth the time to revisit. The mystery with the dolls being somewhat connected to the supernatural factor thing just became lame as fuck once everything was revealed. And we really didn't get much of Nicolas Cage, which is so disappointing because I wanted to see more from him. I am not gonna waste my time on this movie again. This is just one and done. It had so much potential and it just threw it all away. This movie just broke my heart. This is Editor Sai here, and I realize now that I came off maybe a little too angry towards this movie. There's definitely a lot to love here, and it's definitely a whole lot better than the average Hollywood horror garbage. You might like it a lot more than I did. So, yes, Nicolas Cage is Longlegs, and he is involved in the deaths of these families that are killing themselves. How is he killing them? Well, turns out that he is having our main character's mom, yes, her mom is delivering these life-size dolls of children, and I guess these children have some kind of metal ball inside their brain that is somehow supernaturally affecting these families and causing these families, mainly the dad, to go and kill pretty much everyone inside the house and then themselves. How does this magical ball inside the brain of a doll cause this to happen to the families? Well, that's where the supernatural factor comes in. Apparently Satan or the devil or whoever that's downstairs, as Nicolas Cage's character keeps saying, the man downstairs or whatever, is real and powerful and has the ability to cause these people to kill themselves. And you want to know how I know all this? That's because everything that I just said is explained to us, me, the viewer, the audience member, by the mom. Whenever there is a scene with that like 4:3 old school television curve thing, you know what I'm talking about, like this, it means we're in the past. Apparently Longlegs visited Agent Harker when she was about 9 years old on her birthday, turning 9 years old or something like that. And her mom made a deal with Longlegs to not kill her daughter by helping him out while killing other families. So it is revealed to us that Longlegs and her mom have been working together and he's been living under her house or in her house the entire time, and I guess she never knew somehow in the past like fucking 15 years or something. She's lived her entire life, or at least somewhat of her life, growing up in that house and somehow just forgot that there was a guy living with them or something. I don't know, but talking out loud about what the fuck was revealed to us just made me realize how fucking stupid this ending is. And like I said, I saw this from a mile away because unfortunately it was just so ridiculously obvious with how creepy the mom was acting. Yeah, and this supernatural figure that keeps appearing with horns or some bullshit as like a black shadow, just honestly, I just felt like it was a waste of fucking time because by the end, I was just so like uninterested in trying to figure out what it is. Yeah, this devil thing just keeps appearing throughout this film, you know, in the background somewhere. And, you know, I was interested at the start to try to figure out what it is and what it was. And then we got everything revealed to us by the third act. And then I was like, oh, maybe we should just take it at face value that, yeah, it was some supernatural devil or whatever the fuck demon. Oh, and Longlegs just kills himself by, I guess, slamming his head hard enough against the table to crack his skull open. You know? Because like all crazy criminals, that's just what they do. They slam their head so hard against the table and crack their skull open to bleed out and die. And the agents that are there interrogating him, when they capture him, they don't even try to stop it. They get in too late to stop him from killing himself because apparently Agent Cartner was too much of a bitch to try anything, and I get it. By the end of this movie, Agent Harker needs to kill her partner Carter because apparently her mom managed to deliver a doll that controlled them and he's gonna kill his family. And the mom has been doing this for so long and helping the devil that now she is fully 100% just committed to the cause and tries to kill her own daughter because Harker stopped Carter from killing his daughter. So yeah, Harker manages to save Carter's daughter, but I guess she just couldn't save Carter and his wife. This movie seriously just fucking pisses me off at the end. I was just for filmmakers who love a good slow burn horror, this is just offensive. And for general audiences who just love a good horror flick, you're not even gonna like this because it's a slow burn that leads to nothing. This movie just resolves into a big pile of dog shit cliche that we've seen. So much fucking potential just wasted. Just fucking wasted. I can't believe I wasted my time on this. I was so absorbed and sucked into this story, and it just fucking shat on my face with the exposition dump. I really wanted to love this movie. It started off so strong. I was so enamored with the mystery and Harker's psychic abilities. I wanted to see more of the mystery being unfolded slowly and becoming more creepier and crazy and supernatural. Why did it have to go into this cliche, terrible, shitty twist? Alright, well, I hope you enjoy my rant on this movie, and I hope you didn't watch the spoilers until you actually watched the movie. But if you're not planning to watch the movie and you just wanted to hear me talk about it, well, here you go. Look, there's a good chance you might actually enjoy what you see, even after everything I spoiled for you. I walked out of a pretty packed theater, and a lot of people seem to have enjoyed it and thought it was a pretty good mystery, creepy thing. Me, being the expert that I am in film because I'm such a je ne sais quoi, or whatever. Nah, I'm just an idiot. Look, at the end of the day, we still get a pretty good freak out scene by Nicolas Cage, and you know, that's all I needed to see. Nick Cage freaking out as some psychopath that believes in Satan. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time.
Push and crack like we invented it. Chef Cool, Louis, Ruben, Duffel, got 10 in that. The Kobe Jordan pack, we was kicking it. Antisocial, social